The information is presented for educational purposes only, is not intended to diagnose or prescribe for any medical or psychological condition, or to prevent, treat, mitigate, or cure such conditions. This information is only presented herein for entertainment and educational purposes only. Living Waters Wellness Center was formed after we discovered how to heal my own body from the multiple symptoms, including allergies, asthma, chronic fatigue, back pain, psoriasis, acne, hives, yeast infections, and finally, cancer. After 20 years of trying numerous different treatments, everything from medical to cleanses, iridology, muscle therapy, acupuncture, acupressure, homeopathy, naturopathy, these experiences led us to discover the recipe that became known as the 4 Natural Laws of Healing, combining multiple natural healing modalities to fully detox, cleanse the body, and then allowing the body to take the perfect nutrition to fully restore the body back to its innate health. This became known as the 10-Day Healing Retreat. We have helped thousands of people just like you get their health restored so they can live their life to the fullest extent. If you want to know what that looks like, go to livingwaterscleanse.com and click on the video 4 Natural Laws of Healing, or call the office at 208-378-9911. Good morning, everyone. David DeHaas, your host of the Whole Body Detox Show from Living Waters Wellness Center, where miracles begin by healing from within. Living Waters Wellness Center is Idaho's largest colon hydrotherapy center and known for its 10-day cleanse and healing retreat. Each week, we provide you the necessary education and tools to detox and heal the body following the 4 Natural Laws of Healing. To learn more details about the 4 Natural Laws of Healing, go to livingwaterscleanse.com, click on the link, 4 Natural Laws of Healing. They'll ask you to fill out a little form partway down the page, put in your email address and your name, and bingo, you'll be watching that webinar. You need to watch it. It's 68 minutes, the best 68 minutes of your life, because you're going to get knowledge, and knowledge is power. And when you have that power, you know how to heal your own body. You can live your best life. And so today, it's the first part of the year, January 8th. And so we're going to talk about detoxing today. And what is a detox? What's the best way to detox? What are all the tools you should have to detox? So we're going to talk about that today. And the reason why it's so important, guys, is look at, when I was 33 years of age, I was sick. I didn't know how sick I was. I just was tired. I get up in the morning, my feet hurt. I was always tearing my plantar fasciitis, so I went to the orthodontist, the foot guy. Anyway, and he'd make me orthotics. But God, I remember one time I was at the chiropractor's office. I said, God, what does it take? I mean, I've bought these expensive orthotics, and I got these new shoes, and I do all this stuff, but it never heals. I'm always in pain. And he just gave me a blank stare. And, when I had about adjusting me, I thought, God, what can we do? Oh, it's going to take some time to heal. Well, what I've learned is that I was so toxic and so malnourished, my body couldn't heal. No way you can heal if you're toxic and malnourished. And I ate well, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't getting the nutrition, the nutrients, the macronutrients and micronutrients that my cells needed to fire. Imagine a car with a full tank of gas, no spark plugs in the engine to make it go. Those spark plugs have got to be in that engine so it fires. Otherwise, the gasoline's perfectly worthless. Well, you're eating food today that probably could be totally worthless. Let me ask you a question. How many of you are 100% organic, or at least 90% organic? If you're not raising your hand and eating organic, you're playing a fool's game. Look, if there are so many pesticides and glyphosate. What's glyphosate, David? Well, glyphosate, go back to my podcast, I think it was number 25 and 26 with Dr. Don Huber. That's the stuff in Roundup. There's been a $1 billion lawsuit, billions of dollars paid out because glyphosate is toxic. 25 plus countries or more have banned Roundup. We should too. It's horrible. It's killing its farmers. The people who are applying on our soils, it's killing them too. But you're eating it a little bit at a time. You go out to Five Guys, get yourself a burger and a bun. What's in that bun? Glyphosate. You go down to another restaurant, and again, if they're not doing organic, chances are, if it's got any wheat products in it, all the corn products, forget it. They got glyphosate in them. So you're getting a little bit of toxins every day. And you got to get those toxins out of your body if you want to heal the body. We want to detox it. So Your mission, your goal this year should be to eat 90% plus organic. Look, give yourself a little bit of grace because there's going to be times you're going to be out at a friend's house someplace. But just know what the Dirty Dozen is. Dirty Dozen is the list of fruits and vegetables you should avoid like the plague and never stick in your mouth. So when you Google that list, I'm going to go over through some of these. You're going to see what they call their clean list. And what they did is they went out and tested residues on them. So avocado, sweet corn, and pineapple. Pineapple, for example, because of the thick skin, was one of the lower ones. Cabbage, it said 86% of cabbages sampled had no detectable pesticide residues. But again, this is the environmental working group that published this, and they established some limit of some pesticides. So again, if you get organic, you're going to generally be safe with raw fruits and vegetables if it's all organic. If you're growing your own, of course, you're going to know what you put on the things, and that's better off for you. Because over time, as we add these little tiny bits of pesticides one at a time, maybe you're out drinking, you drink some wine that's got sulfides in it, you go. And like I said, bread's a common one, and that's why people are gluten intolerant today because of all the glyphosate. So again, be aware of what is toxic and stay away from it. Celery. Never, ever, ever eat celery that's non-organic. David, can I clean it off? Well, yeah, sure you can, but still, if they sprayed it, it's in the plant, you're going to be eating it anyway. So never, ever, ever go out and buy a juicer and juice non-organic food. Ever. That's insanity. You're just pouring the pesticides in your body. Ask me how I know. I've seen so many clients over the year that they were juicing, but they were just filling their body with pesticides, and got them to switch and got them to detoxify them and got them cleaned out. And what a world of difference. That makes a big difference. Okay, so let's talk about this detoxing thing. So you're going to avoid eating non-organic foods. But David, it costs much more money. No, it doesn't cost much more money. If you're buying raw fruits and vegetables, it's pennies. Now, if you're buying boxed goods, all boxed goods cost more. That's your most expensive way to get food is buy it in a box, buy it in the freezer section in a box, buy it wherever in a box. That packaged food, it's more expensive. But the raw stuff where you can take and create your own, a lot less money. Save yourself buckets of money by getting the raw foods. And it's going to take you a little bit extra time. But again, do you want to live your best life, or do you want to be when you're 65, 70, whatever? You may be walking around like an old man, like I was doing when I was 33, and not be able to live the life that you want to live. Look there's so many of you listening to this show today that may be retired and you're lethargic. You just can't sleep well. You've got some joint pain. You've accepted it. Yeah, I got some arthritis in my hands, but, I can get by. Oh, I got some arthritis in my knee, but, it's just normal. I'm just a little older. No, it's not normal. None of this stuff is normal. You should be able to walk fully functioning, squeeze your hands, have clear thoughts until you die. That is normal. That's the normal you want to shoot for. Everything else is just sick. You're just sick. Look, you can turn this around and think about it. I have so many people come in here and they're retired and they want to get better. And then they tell me that, well, I'm retired and my funds are a little low. And I get that. But what if you borrowed the money or went out and earned the money, whatever you got to do, borrow from someone, cleaned yourself up, get the toxins out, go get a job that you can do, pay back the loan, and live your best life. I see so many people that get stuck in the fear of spending their dollars to get well because they're afraid they're going to need it for something else in their mind, even more important. But invest in you, invest in yourself. I did that years ago. I was spending a lot of money. I was going and seeing this guru I call him my guru. Every week I was seeing this guy and he helped me. But again, it was a weekly thing I had to do. And it was 5 hours out of my day. I had to travel quite a ways to see him. He was really good. And I was spending a lot of money on supplements, still do. But I wasn't well yet. And I was dribbling money out a little bit at a time to get a little bit of wellness. I suggest that if you do what I did, When I finally figured out the algorithm, the recipe that we created here at Living Waters and applied that, it was like, to me, it was like, oh my God, why isn't everybody doing this? Everyone should do this. I mean, I came back and said, look, everyone should do this. Everyone needs to be doing what I'm doing, what my whole family's done, because it's just so powerful. And, you invest that amount in a deep tissue cleanse, like our healing retreat, and you're going to get it. The return on your investment is non-quantifiable in real dollars, but it is huge in quality of life. So ask yourself, I'm worth it, right? I'm worth it. I'm worth investing in me to get me well so I can live my best life. You know what? There's a lot of great people. Years ago, I did a lot of studying on what did the great people do, the people who really accomplished some cool things. A lot of them didn't start until they were late in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and some in their 70s. So if you're listening to this show and you're 50 plus, and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to retire in a few years, my message to you is, why? Why are you going to retire? I mean, come on. We're on this earth. Let's live it like no tomorrow. Let's go out and accomplish great things. You've got greatness within you. Every single one of you listening to the show, you have greatness within you. You have something you can contribute. To go to 65 or 62 or 70 or whatever and say, okay, I'm done. I'm just going to hang around and stare at the sun and go play some golf. How boring is that? My goodness, there's so much to be done on this planet. So many ways that you can make a positive impact, but you got to be well. You got to be thinking. You got to be able to use all your body parts and not be worrying about, God, I'm sick. Or what? You walk in the room like, well, what am I walking here for? Or you can't get out of bed in the morning, or you don't sleep well, and you're having these things. Look, detoxification is key. And I'm going to tell you, 14 plus years here at Living Waters of helping people reverse their health symptoms, their sickness symptoms, and getting them back to health has been the coolest thing to ever watch. And we've had some people come in here pretty sick. I mean, I can tell you stories, but guys, I've got 14 pages of some of these stories over on the website at livingwaterscleanse.com. Go click on some of those. I mean, we've had people pushed in here in their wheelchair. They can't even stand up on their own. They can barely talk. They certainly can't think. And, 5 or 6 days, all of a sudden they're using a walker. And, in a few days after that, oh my gosh, I slept good last night. Oh my gosh, I can think now. And we see the brain popping back. We see their joints getting better. I mean, it's a really cool thing to see. So, again, some of the greatest people have done their greatest work when they're over 65 plus. And so if you're in that category, let's live your best life. Let's accomplish some great things. Let's get you well. And so go watch 4 Natural Laws of Healing. Learn how to detox. First job is you got to open up the pathways, guys. You got to open the detoxification pathways. What are those, David? Well, here they are. The colon or large intestine. Same thing. You got to open that up. And most of you, you're constipated. I would say 90% of the population is constipated. What is the definition of constipation? If you eat and don't poop, you're constipated. The average person packs 12 to 15 pounds, just old poop. It's rotting in your tissues, in that colon, that small intestine. It's pushing into the tissues. It's getting into the blood, and now the blood's getting turbid. And if you keep that up for long term, pretty soon you're going to have a valve that wears out because the blood got so turbid, it got more like milkshake than like water, and so that valve has got to work extra hard. Pretty soon it says, you know what, I can't do it no more. And then it's 911, and you got to have a valve replacement. Look, we can clean up the blood. You can clean up the lymphatic fluid. You can clean up the tissues, and you can get that liver clean. You can get this pancreas humming. We've had people type 2 diabetes, reverse that just by getting these parasites and heavy metals out of the body. Okay, so talk about detoxification. Look, at some of you are going to go out and you're going to say, I'm going to do a juice cleanse. Juicing is great. I don't call it a cleanso. Juicing is going to give your body a lot of micronutrients. It's going to give your body a digestive break, which is awesome. You'll probably feel so much better because you're not having the body work so hard to digest some of these heavy, chemically laden foods that you've been eating. So juicing is great. It's not really a cleanso. You're not really getting clean. Some of you are going to do a water fast. Nothing wrong with a water fast. But it's unless you're putting water in your colon and getting it up there and then using the other nutrients to move things through, you're not really cleansing out the body. Again, it's a great way to give a break. Some of you, I've met people here who have come in and done 40 days of water fasting, which is like, wow, I'm impressed. 24 days. And I've seen those same people that did that come in and say, I know I haven't had a bowel movement in 20 some days, but I think I should do a colonic. And they do a colonic and they're like totally disgusted at how much stuff comes out. Because what was happening? There's no fiber in their diet, just water or juice. So nothing to push that through. So it just sat there and it's stagnant, pushing into the tissues, getting in the blood, getting you ever more toxic, creating more neuropathy, creating more arthritis, creating more muscle fatigue and pain, creating more problems with your sciatica, creating more problems with your back. Look at, you do colon hydrotherapy. You get water in the colon, you clean that out, you're going to feel a whole lot different. It is amazing. And when you do our 10-day healing retreat, look at, I can tell you my story, brain fog, the allergies, the severe psoriasis and the hives. I don't have any allergies anymore. As a kid, I took 2 or 3 shots a week and we lived in farm country, so I was miserable all the time. I have no allergies. None. If you got food allergies, that's because you got leaky gut. You have leaky gut because you had stuff rotting in your intestinal tract until it created a little hole, and then food particles dropped in there that shouldn't be in there. The body has an immune response, and all of a sudden they'll give you, oh, you've got autoimmune. Oh, you've got leaky gut. Oh, you've got food sensitivities. And they do these tests for it, and that's all fine. I'm saying you can avoid all that, just come in and clean out, and you're going to get better. Get better is the goal. Okay, so other things that you can do. This customer goes all the time, David, can I take some extra fiber? Can I take some psyllium and some bentonite clay? Sure, we suggest it, unless you're constipated. If you're constipated, no psyllium for you. Not yet. We need to get things moving first. But once you do, that's going to move things through. But again, and I've had people tell me they took some Mimosa, I can't think of the name, Pudica, and they said, wow, I got a lot out. I says, yeah, but you haven't done water yet. You haven't done colon hydrotherapy. You do colon hydrotherapy, you're going to really see some stuff come out. And I've had people tell me, look, I took this stuff in a bottle. I even saw some parasites. And if you saw those parasites, that's great. But I submit to you, you come down and do some colon hydrotherapy, you're going to get a lot more out. And when we apply the pulse frequency machines and the herbs that knock those parasites out, you're going to get a lot more parasites out. And parasites cause a lot of problems, my friends. They cause a lot of problems. They're what create cancer. If you listen to Dr. Hulda Clark, she'll say if you want to get rid of cancer, get rid of the parasites. They cause thinking problems. They cause you not to be your best self. We have a special process on our 10-day healing retreat to get rid of those critters. And when you get rid of those critters, for those of you who are out there setting goals right now and you want to be a new you for the new year and you want to accomplish some goals, let me tell you, the law of attraction is in your favor when you get the bad parasites out of the body, because they're beings. They're energy beings. They're making you do things you probably shouldn't be doing. You're not attracting the right energy. And so you've got people around you that maybe are probably parasitic themselves. You get rid of the parasites, you get your body clean, you will attract different relationships, different people into your world. Your business will thrive. So many cool things happen when you get the body clean and you are a beacon of wholeness. And that's what's important, is being a beacon of wholeness, a white light for the world. Because look, we're all on here to enjoy this earth and to play our part, and we're all in it together. So, and a lot of you have so much more value to give, so much more value to give. You got so much wisdom and to share with the world. My philosophy down here is, really, I want to hire people 50 plus. Why? Because they've had life experiences. Those are the people I want running my business. Some of the other business, I want the young person, the young bucks, but they just don't have the wisdom. You guys got wisdom, you got time, you want to share it. You want to, go out there and have fun with your grandkids and take some trips and all that. That's great. Let's be well. Let's get well so you can go do it and live your best life. We'll be back in a moment. You've been listening to the Whole Body Detox Show. Check out the podcast, wholebodydetoxshow.com, if you miss any parts of this show so you can rewind it and listen to it again. Be back in a moment. Living Waters Wellness Center, 208-378-9911. Stay tuned.
You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you. You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you.
Welcome back. David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center, your host of the Whole Body Detox Show. We were talking about the best detoxes to do to set you up for the new year. So for those of you who are a little bit shy about coming in and try some colon hydrotherapy sessions, go over to website livingwaterscleanse.com, click on the link treatments, and click on colonics. You're going to see a little 12-minute video. It's going to show you how easy a colonic is to do. It's awesome. It's really easy to do. If you're still kind of a little bit embarrassed to come do it, don't worry. Look, we got great colon hydrotherapists. These ladies are really good at what they do. They make you at ease. You're all covered up with a blanket. You're not going to be exposed. And it's just so super simple. But I've got people, salespeople especially, come in here and they make their sales call while they're doing a colonic. That's how easy it is. Now, the first day, I get it. You're nervous. You're a little bit freaked out by it. Everyone is. I was. No big deal. First time you rode a bike, you were too, but you got over that, right? You'll get over this and you'll love it. And so, and again, and it's such an easy, simple, inexpensive healing tool. So inexpensive to do. So very affordable to do colon hydrotherapy. And you want to be doing it. But let's just say you can't do it yet. You know, one of the tools you can is you can get an enema bag. And now the difference between a colonic and an enema is huge. We had frequently asked questions last week. We talked about this, but you know, an enema is going to hold like a quart of water, and you're going to insert this little tube in your rectum with a quart of water, and hopefully you can take a quart of water. If you can't, maybe take a half a quart and try to hold it in. Then you get up off the floor and get on the toilet and do it again. And okay, guys, on a colonic bed, you're going to get about 10 gallons of water. So imagine how many enema bags you got to fill, get on the floor, insert in your rectum, hold it, get on the toilet, let it go, and do it again. It's going to take quite a while, right? So convenience, colon hydrotherapy for the win for sure. But if you can't, that's another tool to do it. Most of you are dehydrated. First thing you should be doing, water, 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 water. And not out of plastic bottles. Look at the next one of the other tools you should be investing in is a really good quality water filter. We sell a water filter down here who can go alkaline or acidic, clean your fruits and your vegetables really easy, but give you nice, clean, purified water. And so, you know, investing in that is really a smart thing to do. I don't use reverse osmosis. That's taking all of the minerals out. You don't want to do that long term. So, it's called the Living Water. It's on our website. They're about $2,400. Sometimes I have some specials. You can check in with me. I'll do a group buy from time to time and get some discounts I can pass on to the customers. So give us a call at 208-378-9911. But you want to get a good bottle, a good glass bottle, and we sell these here. These actually are structured water bottles, which means it's going to give you the file alignment of the water is going to get into your cells so much better. And they're not very expensive. They're about $39, come in a nice case, and they are glass, but they're protected by a sleeve that you can take off to wash the bottles and so forth. I use that. I will do an electrolyte drink once a day, so I get my electrolytes, but I carry that around. I go everywhere. I use glass all the time. And again, this is a structured file. It's made by Gia, and I don't think I have it on the website right now, but they're about $39 as I recall. But if not, if you go to the store, you buy some organic black cherry juice or any of the juices you come in the quart bottles, 32-ounce bottles. Take those home, recycle those, repurpose them, and that's what I've drank out of for years. Drink out of glass, don't drink out of plastic. You don't want the microplastics in your body. And some of you are spending thousands of dollars a year getting plastic bottles from the store, and that's not good for your body long term because it's getting another toxin we're adding to the toxic pile. So many pesticides out there. So the other thing to do is be awareness of what's in your home. I mean, one of the first things you should detox is your home. Do you have those little air fresheners? Do you have some of those candles that you heat up and it puts off this scent? Get rid of those. You're absorbing that into your body. Again, another source of chemical toxicity. When you go out and check the oil in your car, are you using your fingers to wipe the oil off? No, use a cloth rag to do that. So just be awareness of all the things, your cleaning supplies. This would be a good time to go look at what cleaning supplies you're using and resource and get chemical supplies to clean your home that are not toxic or not as toxic. And so have awareness with that. Another thing that you want to be looking at is when's the last time you changed the air filter on your furnace? Got to change that. You need clean air. We have an air purifier down here that are really awesome. And some of you probably have mold in your home. You don't know it. The beauty of this air filter that we have down here that you can purchase, you can set it anywhere in your home. It's going to clean up the air, micronize the dust, so you're not going to have as much dust. But you're going to put on away mode when you leave the home, and it will go in and nuke out even mold. And if you have a brand new home or a brand new car, I would suggest you put it in your brand new home on away mode for at least 5 days. So when you're gone during the day, just turn it on for 8 hours, leave it on away. It's going to gas off your home. New homes are one of the most toxic places to be. You may think it smells great, that new home smell, but that's just a lot of gases coming off of the glues from the carpets and from the cabinets, from the tiles they put in. Let's detoxify that home as well, so you're not bringing in more gunk into your body. And we have those. And again, another great product that does both. And if you ever have like fish smells or dog smells or cat smells, it will nuke those out really quick. They're really awesome. And we have those here at the office, and they're also on the website as well. But if you want to come down, check it out, let us know. Call the office at 208-378-9911, 208-378-9911. I have a demo down here, a demo machine. I can actually show you how it clears up smoke in a heartbeat. It's really pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to detoxify that, detoxify your car. Again, if you got a brand new car, we want to take that special machine in, this air filter machine I'm talking about, and nuke off that gas so you're not breathing those smells, that chemistry. And then the other thing is, what are you brushing your teeth with? Has your product got fluoride in it? Fluoride is nasty. Not good for the pineal gland, your third eye. So we have a toothpaste down here called AP24. It's ranked in the top 10 of toothpaste nationwide. Very clean product. No fluoride in it, so it's really great. Makes your teeth really slick. It's really nice feeling toothpaste. So again, look at just some of these things. Are you putting perfumes on your body? Some of these colognes, just toxic stuff. Look at some essential oils would be a better thing to be putting on your body as a substitute for a perfume or a cologne. Get yourself a good quality essential oils and find what you like best. And again, just a little drop will do. Again, what deodorants are you using? A lot of the deodorants have aluminum. And again, I don't use them. One of the things you'll find when you do a 10-day deep tissue cleanse, you keep your body cleaned out, You don't have body odor. So if you don't have body odor, 10-day healing retreats for you, my friend. You start doing colon hydrotherapy and do all the tools we have. I think that I remember the most, my first 10-day cleanse was like, I went and played basketball and I sweated profusely and I thought, wow, I don't smell at all like I normally do. That's weird. But it's pretty cool because not only I didn't smell, but I also had my limberness back. I had my flexibility back. My feet eventually quit hurting. They healed up really fast. It was amazing. And you can heal your body quickly and easily too. So check out the 10-day healing retreat on our website. There's a link there. Tells you about it, but you want to watch the video, 4 Natural Laws of Healing. Because that's going to tell you everything that we do, how you heal the body naturally. So definitely go watch that. Have your whole family watch it. Knowledge is power, and you want your whole family to have that knowledge. So we've been talking about all the ways to detoxify the body. And as I mentioned, juicing's great. Water fasting's fine. But you want to clean out the body. You want to get that colon opened up. You want to get the small intestine cleaned out. Then we want to move that lymphatic fluid. And we have a machine down here called the Whole Body Vibration Machine by T-Zone. And guys, you want to come out and try these out? They're really so cool. I had a guy come in today and he says, David, I got this shoulder issue. Will this help my shoulder? I says, yeah, I'll show you what to do. You get on your knees, you're going to put your forearms across the machine and it's going to vibrate and it's going to loosen things up in that shoulder. And I have seen so many cool things happen to shoulders by using this machine by simply putting your forearms across it. I had a gal with carpal tunnel and she came in here and she'd had surgery and for 4 months, just in severe pain. And she used that machine just 4 days. And she came in and she says, David, I don't need my brace anymore. And she could flex her wrist and no pain. It was great. So moving lymphatic fluid. So if you can visualize the body, you have all these little oblong circles in the body. They're called lymph nodes. And these lymph nodes are very tiny tissue that will hold the lymphatic fluid. This fluid is picked up from your tissues that is got there from the capillaries of your blood system. They call it interstitial fluid. Now, for those of you that have got edema, you got neuropathy, you would benefit from being on this whole body vibration machine and moving that lymphatic fluid. I've had people that have neuropathy and they don't have no feeling in their feet, finally eventually get their feeling back on their feet. Now, when you couple it with colon hydrotherapy, you are quadrupling or more the win to get the feeling back in your body and get the edema out. And I gotta tell you, investing, and we sell them here at the office, and we have portable ones for as low as $475. They're awesome. They're very good quality machines. We've been using them now for 14 years. Use mine nearly every day, but a great way to loosen up, great way to get an hour's worth of exercise in 10 minutes is just hopping on this machine. So that's going to move lymphatic fluid, and that's important to get that lymphatic fluid moved out of there. You've heard of people who have had breast cancer. You've heard of them who've had lymphatic cancer, and they've had their lymph nodes taken out. Well, that's because the fluid in those lymph nodes got stagnant, stuck, and become cancerous. The lymph nodes did its job, but you didn't keep playing hopscotch and jump rope and jumping on trampolines. You got busy and you got sedentary and you're sitting in your office job or whatever, or sitting in a truck or whatever your job is, and now things got stagnant. Let's clean that up. Keep that lymphatic fluid moving because there's no pump for it. Your only pump is doing jump rope or a whole body vibration machine or hopscotch or running or something, and most of us don't do that enough. So it's a really inexpensive way to do that and to treat yourself. Now, far infrared therapy is another powerful tool to help detoxify the body. We detoxify in 4 ways. Women, you got a 5th way. We detoxify by breathing, sweating, and that's where far infrared therapy comes in, pooping and peeing. And women, you have the menstrual cycle. So lucky you. 5th way to detoxify. So a far infrared sauna is so much more powerful than a steam or hot sauna. I know many people say, God, I don't like saunas. They're too hot. My head, I don't like to be in there very long. But a far infrared sauna can be at a much lower heat, but the effects of it, the production of the toxins is 10-fold greater than a steam or hot sauna. 10-fold. 10 times the amount of toxins. So it's pretty cool. So it's in there, it's lower temperature, you sweat, you feel good. It's a great way to add in your detox. On our 10-day retreat, we have the far infrared sauna as part of that whole circle. So the 10-day healing retreat, you're here for about 5 hours doing all the different modalities. And we're providing you soups and juices and supplements. I mean, it's a very robust, holistic cleanse that addresses the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. You're going to learn so much on a 10-day healing retreat. And look, I've had doctors come through this cleanse, and they've always remarked about, hey, I learned something new, didn't know. So we've got a lot of tools here to share with you. We're going to teach you how to get your heart in sync with your brain. We're going to give you a whole bunch of emotional tools. So when you're out there and you get upset with somebody, or you get a little anxiety, or maybe even depressed, we're going to show you some tools that you can use to have in your little wellness toolbox, so that if it comes up, you know how to address it. Look, you need this knowledge, because knowledge is power. And when you have the power, you can live your best life. And what we're here is to help you live your best life so you can be a productive, fantastic member of society, doing all the great things to make us better as a community. And we need more people like that. So come down and do a 10-day healing retreat. Very, very inexpensive investment. And the time is so well worth it. And how you feel afterwards is like being reborn. And I've done several of these over the years. It's amazing to me how I keep getting toxins out of my body. Look, we're living in a toxic soup bucket. Glyphosate everywhere, something that should be banned in this country. Other countries have banned it, but it's one of the things that is very, very toxic. It creates gender dysphoria. It creates cancer. They know that. That's why those big lawsuits, they won those lawsuits for those people who got cancer that were around glyphosate or Roundup. So there's pesticides and everything, bioorganic, like I mentioned earlier. Get yourself a good quality juicer. Now, a centrifugal force juicer, skip those. You want a masticating juicer, a slow masticating juicer. And look, I submit to you, you buy yourself, spend $300-400, maybe $500. In that range, you get a good quality juicer for $350 or higher. And you start juicing just maybe a little bit of celery every day. Maybe you start out with 2 or 4 ounces. Maybe for you and your spouse and your kids. Maybe 2 ounces is where you start. A little celery juice in the morning. Or maybe you break yourself with a little apple juice, maybe some cucumbers, some celery, maybe a little spinach in it. And you start that way. But that's micronutrients. That's nice, clean, dense food. You're going to feel better. You're going to increase your antioxidants in your body. You're going to give you more protection to your immune system just by having a juicer. Now, people ask me, David, and we did a show on this, I think back in episode 3 with John Kohler of discountjuicers.com. So if you want to buy one, go to John, discountjuicers.com. He's got the lowest prices nationwide. Has an amazing story of how he healed his body juicing. You got to listen to that over on the podcast, Whole Body Detox Show. But blenders are great too, but blenders, we use that a lot to make our soups, but we don't use it for juicing. You can't, for example, carrots, you wouldn't blend a carrot and expect it to choke that down. You want to juice a carrot. Hey, my friends, it's been great talking today. Look, come down and check us out. Go over the website to begin with. Watch that webinar, 4 Natural Laws of Healing. You got to go watch that video and get the knowledge so that you know how you're going to clean everything up, get rid of that arthritis, get rid of those aches and pains, get your brain back, and get rid of that toxicity so you're more flexible, more limber, more clear thinking, so you can do all the great things that you are meant to do and live your best life. Look, no sense hanging around on earth just watching the sun come up and go down. Let's go out and do things, have fun, and maybe take up a new sport, a new interest in your later years. I'm David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center. It's been a pleasure to be with you, my friends. Have a blessed day and a blessed week. I'll be back next week with another edition of the Whole Body Detox Show. Have a blessed week.
You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you.